Hey guys, it's the Arty Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, and yes, maybe a little bit of food. And let's do this. Okay then guys, you know how this works. Let's take a sip of black coffee before we begin. Come on, join me. Mmm. Yes, lovely going on my Crash Bandicoot coaster there. And yes, guys, if you are new here today and you are into gaming retrospectives, complete and box experiences, art and graphic design, and of course a whole load of nostalgia, then yes, you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And yes, guys, if you are enjoying the artsy gamer mess and madness and want to get notified when the next video goes live, then of course just pop on your notification bell, powered by Tails there. Well, in today's video, as promised, we're going to do a complete unbox experience of Ratchet & Clank 3 on the PlayStation 2. Yes, this was actually a Christmas pickup. Would you believe? I thought I had already cracked through all of those. But yes, actually, I picked this one up to do a Let's Clean because this was a bit of a grotty one, a few stickers here and there, a few grime marks along the ridges. And yes, I remember I wanted to do a bit of a Let's Clean. So yes, we did that over this week. I did a video where I took you through a step-by-step process on how I like to clean some of my boxes. I mean, I don't do it for every single game, but games that mean a lot to me and I want a bit of a nice, lovely, clean copy, then yes, I will go out my way and just give it that extra TLC. And as I was doing that, I was like, hang on a minute. Yeah, I haven't actually done this. I haven't done a complete unboxed experience for this for the channel. If I have, it would have been the Platinums because this was a swap out actually, probably hence why I forgot this was in the back there. I was like, hang on, yeah, this is actually a swap out over Christmas, so it was a Christmas pickup. And yeah, I thought, wow, guys, let's spruce it up and let's do a complete unboxed experience for you guys today. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Of course, it's the artsy gamer fashion, so we're going to be having a look at the front. We're going to be having a look at the back, the disc, and the fantastic manual, of course. So yeah, you know what I like to say, guys. Sit back, relax, buckle up, grab a sip of coffee, and we'll begin our complete unboxed experience of Ratchet & Clank 3 on the PlayStation 2. Come on, join me. Sit back, relax, buckle up,
grab a sip of coffee, and we'll begin our complete unbox experience of Ratchet & Clank 3 on the PlayStation 2. Come on, join me.
Oh, yes, baby. Now, of course, I like to do this. I like to just have a look at what the hell is that box art telling me out of the lovely art and aesthetics it is presenting me. And as a gamer as well, what is the Ratchet doing? What is the Clank doing? How are they collaborating? And what vibes am I getting from the overall box in terms of a gamer as well? You know how it works, so let's get cracking. So yeah, here we go. We've got Ratchet there with Clank just eyeing up, I would say, the gamer. That person is ready to take that box, aren't they, from the shelf. He's going, come on then. Here we go. Look at this badass gun that I've got. I've got a jet of green flying right round into the backdrop there.
Against a massive fire burst.
What am I doing here? I need you to help me. Come on, let's go. And I think it really does that so wonderfully. And then, of course, you're like, okay, let's grab this and then let's explore this box art further. So, yeah. So your eyes are swooped round by that green flash there, past that lovely fire effect. And then you're like, right, okay, here we go. What's going on? So we've got enemies in the backdrop there. I mean, I guess they are ready to take him out. They could be there to just, wow, I would say, take out anything that comes in their path. So yeah, absolutely, Ratchet's there. But they could also be there to maybe, cause some destruction. They might not be there necessarily to take them out straight away. It looks like they've got kind of machinery in the backdrop there. It looks like they're working on it. So are they ready to just pull a lever or something for that to come crashing down over Clank? Who knows? But I do like that, and I do like the unexpectancy there, or uncertainty. Maybe that's the word I'm trying to use, but I do do like that. They're very mysterious, and of course I will just hold that up a little bit closer there. So yeah, they're not really in any sort of attacking stance, but they could mean a little bit of danger, so you might want to avoid those, which is nice. And then again, that swoop then I would say glides up to more of that scenery in the back there. What is this? Very industrial, very spacey as well. So is that some sort of big spaceship that is, oh gosh, is it Ratchet? Is he trying to defend it? Or actually, I don't know, is it some sort of big alien spaceship that's going to be trying to take out Ratchet and his crew? Again, who knows, but I do like the mysterious and wonder behind that, which is really nice. And again, I do like how it is presented. It is almost like a flow of art, then boom, there we go, we're presenting with a lovely logo, and I really do like that logo. It really is nice. I would say very industrial again, isn't it? Bolts and ratchets, of course, and in a lovely arc there. It really does go with that curvy effect that this box art is trying to pursue here. I really do like that. Lovely gold, silver, and then gold again with the 3, or would you say maybe kind of like a copper, or maybe a copper. But anyway, really, really lovely and well presented there, I think. And the logo isn't taking away any other art, which I like. It is just resting on a lovely, I would say, purpley backdrop of the night sky. And I tell you what, I have actually had a little bit of a flick through before I came to the camera, and purple is actually quite a nice, I would say, theme in this. It is a lovely, I would say, a mixture of purples and blues that are used within this game, and I think that really works wonders because it is a spacified game, and those are the kind of colours you will be seeing. So I think they have done that really well, and it complements the whole design of the game really well, and you'll see that definitely when we get to the back. But overall, I think this is a very exciting piece of art here that they've used to pull in that gamer. Again, a little bit mysterious, a little bit of wonder what's going on, but I really do love it when characters do this. They are looking around at the gamer to just kind of like entice them to come in. I think I've seen it on quite a few box arts ever since I've doing this channel, where there's a character kind of looking around, and I think it works really well. It does pull in that gamer, it really, really does, and I love it. Ratchet has got a bit of a menacing face though. He's a little bit angry here. There are quite a few box arts where Ratchet is pursuing, I would say, different emotions, which is quite cool actually, because you don't want Ratchet to just be showing the same emotion in every game. I think every game has a little bit of element of different emotion, which is really good. With this one, saying I'm coming from this from an outsider, sorry here, it looks like Ratchet's a bit on a bit of a revenge. I mean, we're at 3 in the series of 3. Is that what I'm trying to say? Anyway,
3 in the series of 3. Is that what I'm trying to say? Anyway.
So, of course, probably a lot has happened before then to come to 3. So, yeah, maybe he is now kind of on a bit of a revenge mission here. That's why he's looking so angry, a little bit menacing. So I do appreciate that, really. Yeah, it's a very nice, compelling box art. Lots of mystery, lots of wonder, and I would say quite exciting. So, yeah, just with the flashes of colour, the way they're presented, and the way that Ratchet is looking around at Clank as well, which is really great. So yeah, of course, very nice, very well rounded. And then we've got the basics here, haven't we? We've got the PlayStation 2 logo plastered at the front there. We do have with net play. So again, I assume if you have those kind of connections, you could play this online. Now, guys, I have played this game. I am currently playing it through TikTok. I haven't done it to completion yet, and I have actually played this game younger. Gosh, many, many moons ago. Very, very foggy memories. And again, I had not completed it at all. So judging by what I have experienced so far, I do believe this is a very good game to play online. Whether or not I am right in saying that with NetPlay you can play online, but I've got a feeling if they had that symbol, you could, because I think there were ways to play online back in the day in kind of later releases on PlayStation 2. And you're very much kind of like got some arena kind of activities, which again, I'm going to save my opinions for that when I've completed the game. But we're sat in arena, and you've got like loads of different enemies coming out at you. You've got to try and shoot them within a time frame, or you've got to use so many bullets to take them all out. It's a very pressured situation. There's also boss fights in those arenas as well, which is really cool. But like, I can see it working well online. You've got a friend with you, and then boom, 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 you're off off, shooting all these enemies, trying to get through to the next stage, or it would be really cool if maybe if you were fighting against each other as well. So again, I don't know the ins and outs of that. That is just me just kind of interpreting what I'm seeing there and how I have played the game and all of that kind of jazz. So, I could see it working really, really well online as well, this game. And then, of course, yes, we've got the usual bit to the bottom there, Insomniac. What a fantastic developer. Really, really great. They're renowned for all the lovely Marvel games that are getting put on PlayStation now. Spider-Man, Wolverine, they look really, really good. So what a fantastic developer. Yes, Sony Interactive production there. But of course, yes, a 3 rating. So, yeah, it had to be fun. It had to be quirky and chirpy and cheerful in ways. So yeah, I think the box art there has captured that younger audience really well, but then really does kind of give a sense of like you're actually going to have quite a serious time just shooting with all these amazing different wacky guns. It could be a little bit hardcore at times. So again, I think it does really appeal to the older audience as well. I think they've balanced it out really, really wonderfully. And again, that's quite hard to do. It really, really is. Coming off this game, yes, it's 3 rating, but gosh, I would tell you what, I would say a 5-year-old would struggle to play this game. It is quite complex, upgrading the guns, being able to understand to upgrade the guns to then do well in the arena areas is something as well. So yeah, it did have to try and attract that, I would say, a little bit of an older audience, even though this, yeah, you could play this for 3 years old if you wanted to. So yeah, but yeah, there we go. That's my thoughts and feelings on the front, but of course we will give it a bit of an artsy game a flip and we'll take a look at the back. So come on, let's take a sip of that black coffee, guys.
That black coffee, guys.
Come on, you know how it works here. Wonderful. Now I've got a bit of a bit of dry skin on my lip now.
Wonderful. Now I've got a bit of dry skin on my lip now.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. It might stay there for the whole video, but Anyway, guys, so yeah, here we go. This is the back. All right. And yeah, okay. I mean, I have definitely seen better boxes with a back cover before. Absolutely. I mean, just come on, Simpsons Hit and Run has a fantastic one. I've definitely seen better, but I've seen worse as well. So yeah, I mean, screenshots are nicely presented down the side there. Again, they're nothing massive, which is a shame. I would love it if they were just that little bit bigger. Maybe just 3. Cut out the 4, maybe just 3 lovely big screenshots there, and then you can explore them a little bit better, especially as there's a lot of kind of like mystery and wonder going on here. You kind of do now want to have those screenshots to kind of maybe give an inkling of, okay, this is kind of like the style of game that we're going to be playing here. But nevertheless, they are here, so let's just take a look. So we have got this one here with 4 screens here now, so that's quite cool. I'm not quite sure what that is showing. Is that like, gosh, maybe a way to go kind of like couch co-op? Is this a 2-player game? Yeah, 1 or 2 player. All right, so yeah, we could have maybe a bit of a split screen there, which is quite cool. I do like how they've done that, but again, it's in quite a small box, and then they're having to split that screen into 4 quarters. So again, it's very, very lost, very, very distorted, and it's a shame. I think they could have done better with that. Anyway, moving on down, I do like how they've captured different environments. That's called the different planets that you're going to be, playing in and around, which is really wonderful. They have captured that well. Yes, there's a lot of nice, cool explosions, fire blasts. We like that as gamers, absolutely. So this one here is a bit like of a jungle-y scene. Yeah, very hard to pick up because they're so small, isn't it? What a shame. I would say more of like a sci-fi kind of world here. Again, Ratchet with his gun just blasting everything, which is cool. This game is all about guns. So yeah, I love how they have done that there. They really do need to show that, yeah, this game, that is your way of attacking, is using all your wacky guns, which is great. And again, just down here as well, I believe that's a few, maybe possible, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Okay.
I was about to say, is he about to get onto a ship there? But I think it's a bit of a mix. We've got like some sort of transport there, a spaceship in the backdrop, and then Ratchet just down there firing out a few guns. So yeah. So from that, you can see that we've got lots of different areas to explore, lots of different ways to travel, which is nice, and of course, action-packed gun fire and explosions. So yeah, okay, not too bad, but could have been a little bit bigger just to, capture that gamer a little bit more. You don't want to be sat there squinting, getting your glasses on. You want them nice and big. But anyway, there we go. And it is presented on a backdrop, again, I believe, of some sort of environment that you would be playing in the game, which is quite nice. And they have used that purple that I mentioned. I do think the purple works really well. It does kind of give that space vibe, which of course Ratchet is all about, isn't it? And it works really well with the night purpley sky that is present in the front here. I think you do see it more as we go to the manual, actually, but I do like how they have used purple as a complementary colour throughout, which is really wonderful. But yes, it is represented with this, I think I used the word represented there. Sorry, it's placed.
With this, I think I used the word represented there. Sorry, it's placed
on a backdrop that you would be playing in the game, but it's very distorted. You can't quite see what's going on, especially with all the text in front of that. And I guess the purple glaze they've put on it really has made the picture not that great. So it is quite hard to tell what environment that is from the game, which is unfortunate. So yeah, like I said, they could have done a lot better with this box art. They could have had one of Ratchet's guns just at the bottom here, firing out a load of like screenshots, really big ones, like plastered all over it, and save a lot of this text for the manual. But yeah, there we go. Of course, we will give it the artsy gamer pop, and we'll have a little look at the disc and the manual, of course. So come on, and let's have another sip of coffee, guys. Come on, let's go. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so let's give it the artsy gamer pop. Hey, and there we go. Yes, we are presented with the actually quite nice disc, guys, and then the manual, and we'll go from there. So yeah, here we go. We'll take a little look at the disc. Right then, so you know me by now, guys. I love it when a company doesn't do a straight copy and paste from the front to the disc. They have mixed up completely here, and well done, Insomniac. I think that's fantastic. You should be doing this. Yes. So we have got Clank here, just standing quite tall, isn't he? I don't know why I've gone all posh here, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting.
standing quite tall, isn't he? I don't know why I've gone all posh here, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting.
He's quite up for the challenge, I would say. Up for the challenge, which is quite nice. And again, we've got this really cool, awesome, I would say, bionic woman there as well in the backdrop. So, you've had a little look at the protagonists here, haven't you? Like, okay, this is cool. And then you open, you've got a bit of a surprise. You're like, oh, okay then. We've got more NPCs here, or people that you can, I don't know, play or interact with the game. This is cool. It is almost like a surprise, like I said, which is really cool. I like how they're presented to each side as well, so none of the artwork is lost. I mean, yeah, we do have a few subtle advertisements over them, but the way they're placed is really wonderful. And then again, the eyes get just drawn up to the, actually, I would say, really cool Ratchet and Clank logo there. And with this time, we've got the bionic kind of like arm just behind the logo there, which I would say actually draws the eye more to the logo, which is really nice, and actually gives it kind of like a subtle red backdrop as well, which is cool. And then that again leaves the gamer wondering, like, oh, okay, are we going to be exploring more kind of like robotic gameplay in this one? Clank being a robot and this kind of bionic woman here. So yeah, is there going to be, I don't know, challenges? Is there going to be mini side quests where it gets a little bit like robotic and playing as Clank, a little bit more, which would be really cool. So yeah, again, the mystery is, I would say, again, presented here in the disc, which is nice. And it's kind of like, just, just a little thing to just get excited about after you've opened up the box, which is nice. And again, they have actually used a very, very subtle, again, purple, which is great, just really bringing everything together, which is really great. So yeah, I love it. Not a straight copy and paste, so I'm very, very happy with that. And of course, yes, PlayStation 2 logo and all the other bits and bobs there. But yeah, we will give it the artsy gamer flip and we'll have a look at all you down the camera there. Yes, if you are enjoying the artsy gamer mess and madness today, and of course just having a laugh at me absolutely stumbling on my words, I think I've done that quite a few times today, then yes, definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to this video if you haven't already. Honestly, guys, it really does help out the channel a ton, so much appreciated. Right, okay, of course we will just put this back, this wonderful disc back actually in the box now. Oh, and of course at this stage we will have a little talk about the gameplay. Yeah, so as I have mentioned, wow, what a fun interactive game with lots of different missions here, there and everywhere, flying to different planets, getting involved with different NPCs, different fun quirky challenges, playing as Ratchet and Clank, which is really great, hence why I kind of mentioned that there, you know, like, oh, are we going to be doing a little bit more with Clank, which is cool, a little bit, you know, robotic stuff going on, which is cool. Again, a complete kind of like transition here to transition there to arenas, then back over to worlds to, yeah, get, I don't know, challenges to kind of like upgrade your guns to then go back into different like arenas to progress through the story. It is very like here, there and everywhere. And hence why I'm going to be saving a lot of my opinions for when I actually go and revisit this game once I have completed it over on TikTok, because I have got a lot of thoughts about this. But at this stage, I am very happy with the game. It is a very, very fun game, don't get me wrong. And yeah, if you are just into wacky action platforming with actually a lot of gunplay, then yeah, this is definitely the game for you. Again, if you're into kind of like animated stuff, cartoon, graphic kind of vibe games, then yes, again, this is such a game for you. You know, the whole kind of like Crash Bandicoot, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sly Cooper, and I will mention Sly Cooper in a minute, that kind of bag. And, you know, you can't compare those games, but if you're into kind of like that quirky, bright, bold character models as you're playing through those kind of games, then yeah, this is definitely the game for you. And it's a lot of fun, yeah. And I tell you what, actually, if you're into games that, you know, you have to kind of seek those upgrades to do better, I don't know why, but for some reason Elden Ring came into mind then. But I would actually say there are slight elements of Elden Ring in this. You know, you kind of like, you progress through an arena, but then you might just get stuck on this one bit and you kind of have to backtrack a little bit, maybe go back to another island to maybe start to get a few upgrades, to then go back into the arena to then continue fighting this boss. So, you know, there are elements of that, I would say. So it is a really all-rounded game and, like I said, a lot of fun, but I will leave a lot of that when I go and revisit this game on the channel after completing it on TikTok. Yeah, but yeah, there we go. That's kind of the style of gameplay you're going to expect in this game. Yeah, fun, action-packed, quirky, fun game with a really great story, actually, a really great story. But yes, okay, guys, we will take a look at our manual, of course, here, and we'll give this a lovely flick through. So, of course, let's just have a sip of coffee. Come on, it might go a bit cold now. Oh, yes, baby. Okay, then, so yeah, here we go. We've got the manual. Now, unfortunately, you know, I do like to give the best experience here on the Artsy Gamer, but I wouldn't say this is the best manual that I've got. Not saying the artwork on here is not great. No, not at all. It's actually more the condition this is in. If you watched my Let's Clean video the other day, unfortunately, this did have a sticker on it and I did try to remove it. Fortunately, it didn't rip any of the art or anything like that, so I was comfortable and confident enough to just rip it off, and then in a future video maybe we'll go back and try and get that off and just give a few tips and tricks to some of the viewers there, our community actually, that might be getting some of these games, and unfortunately, you know, they just aren't quite perfect to go in their collection, but you still might be able to get a bit of a find a way round to make them look that little bit nicer. So yeah, for example, trying to get some stickers off, and we can go through a bit of a step-by-step process on how to do sticker remover on manuals. I have already done it on boxes. They're a lot easier, but of course, if you want to have a look at that, definitely have a look at my Let's Clean series on the show. So yeah, there we go. Not too much more to be said about the actual front, apart from it is a copy and paste, but you can see a little bit more of that purple, which is nice. Again, a colour that is very, very prevalent throughout the whole of this game, which is wonderful. And it is, I would say, just shown a little bit more there, which is nice. And yeah, it just complements it so, so well. But yeah, here we go then. We will begin to kind of flick this through, and instantly we are greeted with some awesome character models here. Of Ratchet and Clank ready to go, aren't they? Just amazing. Really, really great. And of course, yes, guys, I'm just going to flick through the manual now. Maybe just stop off at a few things where I think it might inspire some of your artwork, my artwork, and we'll go from there. And yes, guys, I am currently doing a series now where, if I do believe there is actually quite a cool story that is presented in some of the manuals, then yes, every Monday I'm going to sit back, relax. You're going to have a little bit of a story time, and I'll read you kind of like an abstract from one of the manuals. So yeah, over on Monday this week, we actually had Lara Croft to start us off. So that was really cool. But yeah, here we go. So we've got some really funny, quirky little characters here as well. Kind of reminds me of Michael Lowski. From Monsters Inc. So I don't know whether they got a bit of a, I don't know, an idea to kind of rock with that. Because I guess that was kind of the same time when Monsters Inc. was out, and they were kind of that, I don't know, era of fun, weird, cool characters, aren't they? That kind of, yeah. So I don't know, but they are really cool, and again, something that might inspire you. Just to get creative, which I thought was cool. And yeah, this also kind of like reminded me, because I did actually show this on TikTok, a bit of the manual, and I looked at these and I was like, I swear I haven't done a complete unboxed of this yet on the show. I really, really haven't. I don't remember showing everyone these. And then that's kind of what sparked me to go, yes, it was a Christmas pick out, but it was just a swap out from a Platinums. And gosh, I haven't actually done a complete unboxed yet. So yeah, hence why we cleaned up and then here today. So yeah, really cool. Of course, just basic controls and stuff like that. But it is nice because, guys, this is full colour, which is lovely. It has got more of that bluey purple now, which is nice, I think, to just make all the text rest on there, which is great. I don't know how many character models will be presented in here. Yeah, I believe they're just kind of like the same ones, but just dotted off to either side. But, you know, it doesn't really matter, isn't it? Like, you know, you've got a lovely colour manual, and then as you're reading through a bit of the text, if you need to, you know, you've got some quirky little characters there, which are really great. You know, they didn't have to, but they did, and that's really wonderful to see, and obviously that's why I want to preserve these to show you guys on the channel. And of course, younger kids as well, who don't really collect physical copies. I mean, that is just very stereotypical of me. I'm sure there are a few younger people who do that, but just on the whole, you know, a lot of the younger ones, the youngsters, they go and download their games, and fair enough, because, you know, it's literally at the click of your fingers, isn't it? And it's there, and, you know, and a lot of these free games, you know, they might not have that much money to go and spend on some of these big new releases. So again, just quickly download a cheap game. But of course, they are missing out on some of these lovely pieces that we used to get back in the day. And again, that's why I just want to do this channel and preserve it. Yeah, and kind of what started this channel as well. So yeah, lovely screenshot there. Nice full screenshot. Again, yeah, just basic text. Ooh, I do like that though. There we go. That's really cool. So these are some of the NPCs that you will kind of come across. They just kind of guide you through the story, and again, maybe explaining some of the arena missions and stuff like that. And this little monkey here comes into play quite a lot when you're doing some of the Clank missions. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I do really dig the art style of Ratchet and Clank there. Really great. Of course, we've just got a few icons there of the certain guns that you can get when you're kind of navigating through the wheel. It is good to know the specific icons Yeah, so that's always quite handy to have. What have we got here? Oh yeah, just kind of going over your health bar and your ammo, but again, very, very small, unfortunately, so I don't think the camera can pick that up too well. If they are going to do that, make it a little bit bigger, come on, but it is a shame. But yeah, there we go. It is resting, sorry, a lot of the text is resting on quite a nice kind of, yeah, I think it is the same backdrop used throughout, isn't it? Yes, it is. Like a mechanically, oh no, type of thing there. But yeah, there we go. We've got her again. Oh, I quite like that. Yeah, really nice. Bit different, isn't it? So yeah, there we go. Something that might inspire you. Really cool. And again, of course, just flicking through. It's quite a beefy manual, actually. I do have to say. Have we gone into a different... No, we haven't. I was about to say, have we gone into a different language? But no, it really is going to town with a lot of the information. It is really guiding the gamer, which is really great. They haven't skimped on that at all, which I do appreciate. Yeah, that's really good. For a moment there, I thought, actually, yeah, we might be going into a different language because it's still going with all this text. Damn. But yeah, I think we are just closing it off, and I would assume a bit of a notes page there, and actually that's a bit of a clearer view of what all that text was sitting on. So yeah, there we go. I would say actually that's the inside of Ratchet's spaceship, I think. So yeah, really cool. That purpley blue effect, which is nice. And then yeah, of course, coming to a close, we have yes. So I believe this could be the kind of like the online stuff. So yeah, do you get an online pack here? I think you had to plug something in, but again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe get the comments going down below. Was that a thing? Did you have to like connect something to the back of your PlayStation 2 to be able to go online? And then look, they're advertising a bit of a headset there to go and talk to all your fellow gamers as you go and play through Ratchet and Clank. So that's really cool. I do love an old school advertisement there. So yeah, there we go. Just how awesome is that? And actually thinking Ratchet's spaceship there at the bottom. So it really was kind of saying like, this is the headset for the game. Come on, let's go. So yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I don't know how well that headset would have been, and it looks a little bit uncomfortable, but there we go. But yeah, there we go. Now, this game actually comes with a free demo or includes a bonus demo of Sly 2, which is really cool. Hence why you got this awesome advertisement slip as well. And of course, guys, yes, I do always say if your games did come with an advertisement slip, then that makes it the complete package if you do manage to get it with some sort of slip. And then yes, this was getting advertised in the Ratchet and Clank box here, so you did get a free kind of like demo of Sly 2, which would have been really awesome back in the day. You've just got Ratchet, and then why not just have a little playthrough of Sly 2 to whet your appetite for it. So yeah, and again, that is a franchise that I do want to show and collect for the channel. I believe they are a little bit pricey, a little bit hard to find, but I will get there at some stage. But yeah, definitely the Sly series is coming up, and of course the complete unboxed. But yeah, there we go. We've got a lovely little slip there. But what is really cool on the back of this one is a really lovely art piece of the Jack and Daxter here. Just look at that. And again, I'm just going to hold that up for you guys. Just look at that. How wonderful. Really cool. Jack and Daxter just there, ready to take on their next adventure, aren't they? That lovely, I would say, yellow effect of like the sandy deserts that sometimes they are often in. It is just displayed so well. And again, another franchise that I cannot wait to get going on this channel. Absolutely. So yeah. But there we go, guys. That was my complete unboxed experience of Ratchet and Clank 3 on the PlayStation 2. And now it was fully cleaned, fully spruced up, and again, not a Platinum's edition because I managed to swap it out, and we've got a lovely full edition. Sometimes I call them full editions, sometimes I call them pristine editions without any silver borders. Is there a name for these? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, there we go, guys. That was my complete unboxed. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say, really, apart from yes, today really is the last time to enter my competition, or maybe tomorrow. Sorry, Sunday's their announcement. So today and tomorrow, sorry, is the last chance to kind of enter my competition that I've got running to win that lovely art piece that I've done in collaboration with Tea Break Drawing, a really lovely Shadow and his awesome Pokemon. And tomorrow I'm actually going to add some paint splats, hopefully, to that just to round it all off. And then, yes, the winner will be announced on Sunday. So, yeah, of course, guys, get on over there and, yeah, enter. All right, then, guys. Well, that is me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Artsy Gamer, over and out.